Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. From the unreal, lead us to the real. From darkness, lead us unto light. From death, lead us unto immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the 11th class on meditation skills for meditators held at the Vedantic Temple at Hollywood. We will discuss today the heart of meditation. So all these 10 classes have led us to this point. Many people complain that the mind is restless. Yes, even Arjuna complained in the Bhagavad Gita. The mind is restless and turbulent and strong and unamenable to any kind of control. The Lord assures him, yes, it can be controlled through practice and detachment. Swami Vivekananda is very clear. Make the subject strong, stronger than the object. Let's put it like this. You are the subject and the mind is an object. So you are meditating the subject, and so it is in a larger frame called the inner instrument, Antakaran. So the subject and the object. Subject, the meditator, and the object, you. This is the duality. This is the constant, you can say, dance between these two, subject and object. It's the constant waltz, it's the constant symphony, the songs. It's a constant embrace between the subject and the object. The whole world is in our minds made up of these two, subject and object. So we should not think of the subject as a kind of a distinct entity. In a way it is, but it is more like this, like light streaming down in the water. And if you look at the water from down, you will find that light is the subject and the water is the object. And this is how you've got to see the self, the subject and the object. Now when we meditate, it has to become very clear. That's the reason why we have put up this chart, that you are the subject and this is the object. What is the object? When we sit down, the mind is restless, yes, but the mind is actually right now a part of this body and the sensory organs. So when we sit down to meditate, you are the meditator. You see yourself as a subject meditating, and there's the object meditation. Yes. But it's also mixed with all the sensory input from the sensory organs, as well as they are being embodied. The sensory input is embodied through the motor organs. So we are actually meditating with the body, on the body, as it were. We see this on the conscious level. This is conscious level meditation. We must know that we must here be able to quell all the waves in the mind, and only then we can really do meditation which is slightly above the body, the sensations and the external expressions of the body. So most 99.9% of the meditators start like this. We are sitting for meditation, we have closed our eyes, but we are conscious of the body, we are conscious of things coming in and also being worked out through the nerves in the body. That is actually not real meditation. And then what happens is, as we are meditating, a lot of thoughts keep pouring in. And where do they pour in from? They pour in from the pre-conscious level. Now we have divided the entire mind stuff into 3 levels. So the subject is always intertwined with the object, but now the object is suffused with all memories. You have memories from the pre-conscious level. This level is slightly below the conscious level. Okay. So these are all memories that are coming in from below. Okay. And then if you notice that the subject is there and the object is here, you find the subject has become smaller and memories, which are nothing but karma, have become larger. So the subject becomes weaker, the memories become stronger. So here we have the memories we will find becoming more and more dominant. These are the samskaras. While these become expanded, the subject becomes stronger. So we'll run the sequence again. From the conscious, we will come down. In the conscious, the subject and object are 2 equal circles. As we go down to the pre-conscious level, you see the memories, the circle of the memories is bigger than the subject. And then we have the unconscious level, where you have the next one, as the memories have become larger and it's very fluid. It's something like this. The subject is completely overwhelmed with these memories. There is in a fluid state. So we find that the subject has got no power at all. It's simply like the memories have taken all over everything. So this is that subconscious mind, unconscious mind. It's very powerful. We won't go into the dynamics of things because we are more interested in meditation. So remember, as we keep on going below our conscious level, we find the subject becomes weaker and the object, the memories, the samskaras, the karma getting larger. And as it gets larger and larger, this becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. Many people who try to meditate and they say, oh, we are swamped by old thoughts and old memories. We don't know where. Maybe 15, 20 years ago, I did something. All those memories come out. Meditation, in a way, churns those depths of the subconscious and the unconscious. So it's like this is the mistake that we make. Why do we make the mistake? When we meditate, we should not go down below our conscious level. We should not get down to the pre-conscious and the subconscious and the unconscious. We are supposed to, from this level, conscious level, we are aware of the body, we are aware of the surroundings, We are aware of our breath. We are aware of the mind. There are memories coming. That's okay. But there's an object of meditation. We must be able to rise up now from here to the high next level. This is what it is. The subject, as you can see, and the object. This is the very subtle, the higher level of the mind, of the conscious mind. So the subject is here and the object. Both are, as it were, similar in dimensions. And then, as you can see, the subject has become larger and the object has become smaller. What has happened is, as you keep on meditating, the subject, the meditator, becomes more and more and more stronger. And it has complete control over the object of meditation. And that's why that meditator can stabilize the image, can manipulate the image the way he or she wants. That is the power of meditation. But in case we go down the meditation in the subconscious, you will have problems. People say that we have been meditating for many years, nothing is happening, the mind is as restless. That's because you're going in the wrong direction. You were supposed to go this side, you went this side. Oh, nobody told us, but you should have understood this. There's something going wrong here. Why am I swamped with? The subconscious is full of memories. Memories which are called samskaras, which when constantly thought of becomes karma. They are all the old desires, old things that you have done and experienced. Those which are karma are right down in the unconscious part of the mind. We don't need to go there. We don't need to go to the subconscious level. We don't even need to go to the pre-conscious level. We stay here, as it were, on the conscious level and try to quell the mind's waves. And as the mind waves are quelled, as we have been discussing it in various tools that we have employed to quell the waves of the mind, the mantras, the symbols, the images, the techniques, all these are just to quell the mind. The heart of meditation is, the core of meditation is, now you have to rise above the conscious level and go higher up. So we will take a small practice session of how we are going to go up. Okay. Now, since we have been practicing some of these techniques that these classes have been showing us, we will practice a short methodology which is effective in pushing our minds up, because you cannot lift yourself with your bootstraps. You may lift your one leg. Don't lift yourself with your bootstraps. The idea is strap a kind of a rocket on your back and push up. Okay. So don't use the subconscious mind to go up. Use the conscious mind and the various techniques to quell the mind. As the lake of the mind becomes calm, the waves of the mind become calm, the mind, the subject, will float above it. Okay. Sit on straight, please. Those who are sitting on a chair or anything comfortable, don't lean back against anything, against the armrest or anything. Just sit down quietly and straight. Keep your spine and your neck and your head in a straight line. Close your eyes, please. Become aware of the breath in your chest. Your chest rises and falls with each inhalation and exhalation. Now become aware of your breath in your nostrils, please. Take long, deep breaths. Don't torture yourself. Do it comfortably, smoothly. Relax all your facial muscles, please. As you can see, you're aware of your body, you're aware of your breath, you're aware of certain sensations coming from outside. For instance, my voice coming to you. Become aware of all this. Now watch the blank space behind your eyelids, please. You will notice it's not blank, it's full of movements. You become aware of the movements of your eyeballs. And you're aware of that space out there behind your eyelids. Here Swami Vivekananda says, now make the subject stronger. Think of yourself now. You are the subject, the self, endowed with memories, with intelligence, and also with ignorance. You are also endowed with consciousness. So your personal identity, the self who is the meditator, is the subject. Dwell on the subject. Let go the objective screen. Now think of yourself as strong, as a divine spark, as a child of God. That the infinite power of the universe is within you. As you keep on thinking of your divine nature, Take a long deep breath, please, and hold it. Exhale slowly. Relax. Now once again take a long deep breath slowly. Hold it. Now think of yourself as a divine subject. Exhale, please. If you have any difficulty thinking of yourself as a subject, when you inhale, feel your heart beating and feel yourself one with that heart. Okay? So let's do it once again. Relax. Take a long deep breath. Hold it as you feel your heart beating. Feel yourself one with that heart. Don't visualize anything. Exhale, please. Be comfortable. Inhale. Hold your breath, please. Feel your heart beating and feel yourself as divine. Exhale, please. Relax. And slowly open your eyes. This is a method of becoming aware of yourself as a subject. Obviously, it's meant for beginners. Those who can think of themselves as subjects without thinking of the heartbeat, feeling the heartbeat, can do so. In this case, what happens? The mind, which the subject is always entangled in, becomes, as it were, detached. It becomes stronger. And as it becomes stronger, the mind rises higher. The subtle mind, the subtle object, and the subtle subject. The subject has become larger, the object has become smaller. And then it goes one step higher. And this is how. So the subject becomes larger, object becomes smaller. And in the contrary wise, if you go down to the subconscious, preconscious, subconscious, unconscious level, the subjects become become smaller, and the memories and karma and samskaras become larger. That has to be avoided. You must always be in control of your meditation. People will say, oh, my mind is restless, those thoughts came and disturbed me. You have let them come and disturb you. Once you get a grip on them, so this is the heart of meditation. From the conscious level, go up to the higher subtle levels of the mind. And as you keep on going higher and higher, so the object also becomes subtle. Yes, it is free from every grossness. It will appear more luminous. It will appear more light. This is the heart of meditation. This is the method that one has to employ in order to forget all that subconsciousness and all the samskaras and memories and karma, all that storehouse. You don't need to go there at all. Go up higher and higher. Okay. We stop here for questions. Before we can take the questions, there's a small announcement. Next Saturday, we will not have a class because Vedanta Society of Southern California has its annual general meeting, online of course on Zoom. So we want all our members who have registered with the Vedanta Society to please attend. And our next meditation class will be after a fortnight. Okay. Do you have any questions? No questions? We stop here. So remember what was discussed. From this conscious level, you need to go higher up. That is the heart of meditation. Please don't go down. You have been doing it all wrong. When you have been told go from here to there, you went out from here to there. And that was the trouble. You got stuck up in those brambles. So we need to retrace our steps, go straight, and then you will find meditation as full of joy and luminosity and happiness.
One question, please. While you're talking to visualize one's chosen deity in the heart, but in my case, I got used to put headphones and focus on a single point of sound in my right ear. Is this process wrong?
Yes, in deep meditation, we need to take off everything. You don't have the support of anything. You only have the support of yourself, your identity. We will be talking about the effect of music in our 12th class after a fortnight, 15 days. We will use this. But that's a separate technique. Please remove off your headphones and learn to stand, that is meditate, without any aid. This is the kind of a modern trend. You put this and listen to music and meditate. No. Just meditate. That's all.
Pranam Maharaj, can you please explain what is the objective screen?
The object of meditation is your chosen ideal, the symbol that you have been meditating, the image that you have been meditating, or the mantra that you have been using. I have given a kind of a neutral object. So you can meditate on whatever object you are used to, which you like. That is the idea. Meditate on that.
Swamiji, when I meditate, my mind goes blank. And when I try to imagine myself, the mind tries to form something.
When you meditate, your mind goes blank, and when you try to visualize something, it takes some form. You are doing it all wrong. In meditation, you always have the meditator, the object of meditation, and the process of meditation, like we have seen. We have one of these classes in the previous year. So, the very fact that your mind is going blank, that means your mind is going into a kind of a torpor, a kind of a lazy mode of mind, with things not coming at all. Remove off that blankness and meditate on an object. This kind of blankness, the void, comes at almost the penultimate stages of meditation. Right now, if it comes at this stage, it's wrong. So focus on an object. You will find your mind getting stronger actually. And that is what is actually good for you now. And when you want to visualize, it becomes yes, because your visualization itself, you or the subject have not become strong enough to dominate that object. So repeatedly, like in our Trataka series, open your eyes, view that object, close your eyes, again view it again in your mind's eye. Repeatedly doing this, the picture has to be sharp, it has to be in 3 dimensions. We are not talking about Vedantic meditation because 0.0001% in this whole world are fit aspirants for Vedantic meditation, pure Vedantic meditation. The idea is to reach that stage of Vedantic meditation through the dualistic, you can say, processes, the subject object, and as it becomes stronger and stronger, the object merges in the subject, and then you can have that void, a blankness in the higher states of meditation.
Is the object supposed to eventually merge with the subject?
Yes, the object merges eventually the object will merge in the subject. Obviously, the subject will never merge in the object. Okay, we stop here. Okay, we have something more.
Is another way to be aware of the subject as witness?
You are an active person there. Don't think of yourself as a witness now. That witnessing is that consciousness. You are not sitting down with your eye open or eyes open. Oh, I'm seeing this thing. The witnessing, the idea of a witness is consciousness. Consciousness is already there in your mind, behind the subject and beyond. In meditation, the subject has to be dynamic. It has not to be static. Meditation itself is a dynamic process. This dynamism is because of that witnessing consciousness. So this consciousness is there at the background, and on that background, the subject here is an active principle meditating, which is an activity on an object, which is also a form of activity. So we want to bring in this dynamism. We don't want people to sit down thinking of themselves as a witness and falling asleep. 90% of the people who meditate fall into sleep. So we want to avoid that. Meditation is a dynamic, it's a very powerful process. Simply sitting down with your closed eyes, I am a witness, that will not do. If we don't build up that power, the power of that soul will not awaken. So I would suggest this concept of witness which you have, it's not a person or an eye in one corner of somewhere. It is a diffuse state of consciousness which is everywhere. That is called the witnessing consciousness. Okay. On that witnessing, the screen of witnessing consciousness is the play of the meditator, meditation, and the object of meditation.
Another question. Some days I feel very lost in meditation. Nothing's happening. There is no calmness. I still continue to practice, and in the very next day I feel very calm. What causes this and how to make it consistent?
Sometimes your mind becomes restless, sometimes your mind becomes calm. Well, that's the nature of the mind. You cannot have consistency until and unless you have crossed over the waves near the shore. When you are near the shore, these waves come on and on and on. They rise and fall, rise and fall. So one day you'll have a good meditation, next day you might have bad meditation. You might have good meditation for over a month, and then the next month you might have a bad meditation. But what you're doing is correct. Sticking to it. Stick to your guns, stick to your meditation in thick and thin. Consistency will come only after you've cleared that area near the beach where you have those massive waves. And then as you go deeper, you will find the waves becoming less and less turbulent. So there you will have consistency in meditation. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.